Hey, listen up. I want you to pay very, very close attention right now, because I want to talk to you today about how most of the time, the way that we live our life, we never actually pay attention to any one thing. So I want you to pay really, really, really close attention as I tell you this, because this is extremely important for you to understand. My name is Tony Purcell, and today I want to teach you about presence and consciousness. And I want to tell you again that most people never actually pay full attention to anything, ever. And as a result, we don't really live our own lives. So I want you to think about it this way. The average human thinks about 60,000 thoughts per day. And what that means is that their mind is just running crazy. There's just, in their mind, 60,000 thoughts per day. We're always thinking about something. And just think about your own thoughts. And think about during the day. And think about what your mind is really like. And the worst part is that most of the time, we don't even choose those thoughts. That's why most people have such chaotic lives and have no control over their lives. Because every thought that you have begins to shape your life. And because you don't control your thoughts, you don't control your life. And so we've got 60,000 thoughts, our mind always running crazy. And we have these scripts that are running all the time in the back of our mind. Say financial stress is a good example of one of them. That people all the time are thinking about, are worrying about money and finances all the time throughout the day, constantly. Shame about our physical body is another one. When somebody feels insecure about their body, all day long they're thinking about it. And everything that they're doing, they're always thinking, oh my gosh, what are people thinking about me? How do I, about how I look, and how good, do I look okay in this? And what are people going to think of me? A third thing that people always just run in their mind is guilt. People run guilt in their mind all the time and have this just script running of, oh, I'm not good enough. What if somebody finds out what I did or who I really am? And we're not always consciously thinking these things, but they're always running in their back of our mind. Now again, right now, I want you to quiet your mind out and really pay close attention. Because even as I started talking about those things, your mind started thinking about them. And we're always, you ever notice how you do that? When someone's talking about something, they say something that brings up a subject in your mind and you start thinking about a different story. And you could be sitting here listening to this video. You could watch a video, or you could watch a movie or listen to something, and your mind is going somewhere else completely. And you're running through an entire situation or an entire story, and you get back and realize, I didn't notice, I didn't hear anything, I didn't pay attention really. This is how most people live their lives all the time. Your mind going crazy, thinking about all these thoughts, thinking about past arguments that you had. Oh, after they said this, I wish I would have said that. And then that would have really showed them. And then they probably would have said this. And then I would have said that. I mean, an argument that happened way in the past, or even one that hasn't even happened. And you're having that argument in your head. And again, it's all going on all the time in your mind. And you never just focus and pay attention and be present in the moment. And they've done studies on this. And they've studied the human brain. And they've found that people are present, fully present in the moment, paying attention to the moment, and fully conscious, which again just means present. You're conscious of what's going on currently and not just thinking about other things. You're fully present and conscious about 5% of the time. And that is really, really sad. That's extremely sad. That's out of 100 days, 5 of those days. That's like holidays, special occasions, birthdays, whatever it is. Special 5 days out of 100 that you're actually present in your own life. And so again, right now, I want you to let everything else in your mind go, and I want you to focus on this right now, just so that you can have that experience of being present in one thing, being completely focused on one thing. So your mind is always trying to multitask, And we're always trying to multitask too. We want to watch a video in one browser and just have it playing in the background while we're doing something else and typing something else. We want to be doing 2 or 3 things at once. And right now you get to focus and turn all that off. And what I want you to understand is that you have the ability to choose to be focused. You have the ability to choose to be present and to be conscious. And you have the ability to choose your own thoughts. And when you begin to exercise that power, immediately your life is going to change in huge ways. And the fastest way and the quickest way that you're going to see results is you're actually going to start living and experiencing your own life. Because this is true. 95% of the time, your life is just happening and your mind is somewhere else and you're going through this patterned behavior. There was a psychologist named B.F. Skinner who actually did an experiment, and he taught a rat how at the sound of certain music to run across the stage, grab a rope and start pulling it down that would hoist a flag, and then stand on his hind legs and raise one arm up and salute the flag. The sound, the music that would trigger him to do this was the Star-Spangled Banner, and the flag was the American flag. And so some who didn't know better may look at that rat and say, wow, that rat is a really, really patriotic rat. But it's not true. It's just been programmed and it's patterned behavior. And as humans, we do the same thing. And 95% of the time, we're not actually paying attention to our own life. We're paying attention to something in the past or something in the future. Stress and worry about the future. Guilt and shame about the past and frustration about the past. And we don't live our own life. And if you're not present in your own life, then you're not making decisions. And you're giving away your God-given freedom. You have this incredible gift of the ability to create your own life. And you give that away when you choose to not be present and just let life happen and let yourself go about it in a patterned way. And when you do that, you're not actually living. The movie The Matrix, if you haven't seen it, that you just won't understand this, and I don't have time to really explain it in this movie, but I want you to think about that concept of how everyone was actually asleep and they were just plugged in and they were going through everything only in their mind, and they weren't actually living and existing. They were actually asleep the whole time. And unfortunately, that is the state that most people actually live in their lives. And no machine is forcing them that way. There's no one that's holding them captive. They're choosing that. And right now, your life can change like that if you just simply decide that you're going to be more present. Well, sometimes it's a little bit difficult, I'll be honest. Sometimes it's hard to remember that. And one of the things that you can do to help you remember that is have a daily practice of just meditating. And meditation can mean a lot of different things. In this scenario, I'm just going to say that meditation is getting your mind clear and just getting really, really focused on the present moment. Just focus on your breath as your air moves in and out. Clear out your mind. And below this video, I'm going to have as a free gift just a meditation walkthrough, something that you can take, you can plug in, and each day, and just set aside some time, 5 to 10 minutes a day. I promise will change your whole life. Because if you practice daily getting really present and clearing your mind out and focusing on the moment, you'll get really good at it and you'll remember it every day. So later on in the day, when you notice that your mind is somewhere else and you're actually living out here somewhere in the back of your mind and you're not paying attention to the present moment, like maybe as you began this video, that's what you were doing, and then you brought yourself present because I called it to your attention. You can do that in an instant when you practice regularly. So I'm going to have that free meditation audio there for you. And of course, I have the invitation to you to come and join the prosperity team, because the way that I see the prosperity team is your school of creation. The school for you to be able to come and take the lessons that you're learning about creation, and will continue to learn at even a much greater scale once you come and join the prosperity team, and have some tangible place in your life to apply those immediately. And that is what the prosperity team is really all about. It's teaching you how to be the creator of your own life, how to be present in your life, how to pay attention and focus on your life and focus in the direction that you want to go. Because when you do that, you are more powerful than you could possibly have ever imagined. And sometimes it's a difficult journey, and it really, really, really helps to have a team to support you, to have somebody who is holding you by the hand and taking you every step of the way, who's going to continue to teach you and who's going to continue to train you, who's going to have weekly trainings. We even have daily trainings to teach you these things and make them real for you so they're real in your life, and again, teach you how to apply them. And the way that we apply them in the prosperity team is to make money. And that's another great, incredible benefit, is that as you're learning to be a creator, as you're learning to take your life to the next level, the way that you're applying it is to making money. And so your financial situation explodes. And that's what awaits for you in joining the prosperity team. So download this free audio and start listening to it. Listen to the meditation guide and walkthrough, and join the prosperity team. And I will see you on the other side.